Good morning, everyone. This is Gina at Art of Skincare. I'm coming to you live from artofskincare.com. If you're watching us on social media this morning or you're on YouTube, head over to Art of Skincare, watch us there, and you can join in our live conversation. Today, I'm talking about microcurrent and how we rejuvenate the skin using microcurrent. So last Friday, we had Michel on the show. This is my husband, Michel. And we had him, I did a microcurrent treatment on him. And, you know, I had him lay back on the bed. He got all relaxed and we put a sheet mask on his face. And we did the Myolift Triwave on the Rejuv setting with a sheet mask on the face. And we were just doing rejuvenate because we wanted to get the blood circulating, get things moving, get rid of some puffiness in the skin, and just really enliven his skin. And it worked really great. And what I decided to do is you all have been asking me for before and after pictures. So I thought, here's our opportunity. We're gonna be doing treatments once a week on Fridays on Michel, and we're going to be tracking it with images so you can see the before picture, and then you can see with one treatment, two treatments, and on like that. Now we're starting his treatments with the Rejuv setting. That's always where I like to start because I really want to get more cellular energy happening in the skin before I focus on anything else. Michel has lost 8 to 10 pounds in the last couple of weeks. And so he's really noticed that his skin was just kind of looking dull and a bit saggy, a little thin and saggy. And I didn't point it out to him. He actually came to me and said, I'm just noticing my skin's not so great. And so I took that opportunity to say, okay, let's do some microcurrent with you. Would you like to learn? And he was like, is it hard? Is it hard? So today what we're going to do is, we did the first week. Last week we did it with a sheet mask so y'all could see just how simple and really easy it is to do with the sheet mask. Today we are going to do it with the Anma LIFT connected to our Triwave. So we'll have the Triwave on Rejuv using the Anma LIFT attached to it. And I'm going to walk Michel through the movements so you can see somebody learning how to do it and see how easy or difficult it is. Right before we started this video, he said, it's easy, right? I'm not going to look stupid. So we'll find out. It might be really funny, and this might be just a humorous comedy of a show today. We'll find out. So before we dive in though, I wanted you guys to see the before and after pictures. So Ben, let me know when you have those before and after pictures up. So you can see there in the pictures, the one on your, the first one on your left, thank you. The one on your left is the picture I took before we did any treatments on his skin. Then the one on the right is just one treatment. We took that picture right after we did our treatment last Friday, and I think it's so exciting. With just one treatment, you do see such a difference already in the life of the skin. You can see his skin has better color already. You see a softening of the lines, especially on his forehead. And you can see that his cheekbones are more defined, and even his nasolabial fold is not as severe. It's all just puffiness is gone from this area and a lot more lifting along here, and he just looks younger and more livelier. We really tried to keep the same expression on both photos, but it really looks like he has a very down and out expression in the before. and that's because the circles under his eyes, there was just a droopiness around his eye area. All of that was just really lightened up in that second photo. So it's super exciting to see that. So next Friday when we come on, we'll show and add in the next photo so we can just see how that progression goes. So while you guys are looking at that image, I am going to get moved over here out of the frame.
there.
Yeah, thank you. So one thing that we did, well, I can't really talk my back to the microphone. Okay, so all we did this morning for Michel is I had him cleanse to prepare for this treatment. He cleansed with the Dr. S.A. Dual Enzyme Deep Clean Powder Wash. It's some kind of name like that.
Yeah.
Includes all those kind of words. Yeah. So the nice thing about that cleanser is it gives him a nice clean feeling, but it also removes a layer of just dry dead skin cells on the surface, which means that his treatment will be better. It'll go better on his skin. So first thing I'm going to have Michel do is we're going to use this O2 Calming Gel. This is going to be our conductive gel for him, and I chose this one because it's lightweight and he can leave it on all day. He doesn't have to rinse it off after his treatment. So Michel, go ahead, use this brush, and we're going to start with this side of the face. So actually we're mostly going to start here at the neck, but let's do this side of the face with your gel to start.
I'd call this a paddle.
Yeah, rather than a brush. Okay, we've got your paddle. And apply with your paddle. I'm going to get you a mirror.
All the way down the neck?
Yep, all the way down the neck. Is that out of...
Okay.
Okay, so that way you can see. It's so much nicer if you can see yourself and what you're doing.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, that's a good start. Excellent. Now what I want you to do is spritz that side of your face with the Mieux Isocell Recovery Solution. So we have it nice and wet. Now,
all right.
we're going to start releasing lymphatic. Oh, next step. We're going to turn on his unit, press the on button. We're going to press Rejuv, and we're only going to press it one time because level 1 is perfect. It works great. So I'm going to now hit run, and you can see our conductivity bar is blinking. That's because he doesn't have contact yet with his skin. And so what I want you to do to start, Michel, is take your thumbs of your unit. These are your thumbs here. And I want you to line them up right underneath your earlobe, right here. And just the thumbs are going to be touching down a little further, right on the neck. There you go. And you might have to switch hands to be comfortable, and that's okay. A lot of times getting used to using these devices is just figuring out what hands to use. And we're just going to drain straight down to your collarbone. Okay. And then come back up to the top and down. And we're going to do this 5 times. So there's 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now let's come right underneath the chin and let's pull the lymph out to the earlobe and then down.
Oh.
Yeah, so bring both. There you go. Try this for your first one. Both of these are going to be under here, and we're going to move this back to there and then down.
Okay.
So they're both under here and there and down. And what we're doing is we are opening up the channels for his lymphatics. So when we go up to the face, all of this area will be open and that drainage will happen. Oftentimes even when we just first get started opening up this part of the jawline and the neck, you might notice more saliva. You might notice that you're swallowing more. Now, if you're a little bit stressed out, Michel may not notice this first time. If you're not relaxed, you aren't going to get as much drainage. So he's learning something new today, and it'll get easier each time he does it.
I might need a little bit more of this on my chin.
Yeah, if you feel any kind of a drag happening, You can add a little bit more of that, or you can spritz some more of that isocell on there.
There we go.
There you go. Keeping contact of both of your thumbs all the way back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, let's do it this way, yeah, or this way. Try it that way and going all the way back to the ear.
With the other
Either
part.
direction. Let's see which one works easiest for you. Let's switch it the other way. Let's put your thumbs back towards your ears.
Okay.
And there you go. And just draining the side back. Using a little more pressure so you're actually pressing into the skin and pressing it back to that earlobe. That's nice, really nice. Super important movement for the jowls, and we're going to spend some extra time on the jowls today when we come back down again to that area. Okay, so we've got 5 movements. We've opened up the lower channels of the neck and the jawline. Now we're going to go up to the top. So I'll hold this for you. Go ahead and apply your conductive gel to your forehead. So I can see that we missed that. It's not shiny up there. And then close your eyes. I'm going to spritz you. Great. All right, now we're going to go up to the forehead. And holding them, the thumbs to your forehead, we just have the thumbs coming in contact, and we're going to start at the very top of the forehead and move out to the hairline.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then come just a little bit down, lower, about halfway. And over. Ooh, I love this. And over. And then come down just above your eyebrow, which you kind of already were, and then over. Now, what I love about this, you guys who are watching, is, and then you're going to come back up to the top and start again at the top and work your way down. What I love about this is that I have a very short forehead, so I can only do this with the thumbs. But the beauty of Michel's forehead, let me lift this for a minute, is it's nice and long. So he could actually use his fingers and go over. Look at that.
I like that.
I love that forehead. So we're just getting that movement in. We're getting good conductivity. Yep. And then you might come down and use these here. So what you can see is that depending on your face shape, you can get creative. He can come this way. And he can come this way. But what we're thinking about is we're just doing drainage right now. See how livening the skin is, getting a little pink up there? So nice. So we're draining that over to the side. Now we're going to come to the eye area.
Would I ever come this way, this direction?
Not when we're doing rejuvenate.
Okay.
When we start doing some other movements where we're doing release or educate, then we'll do some cross fiber kind of stuff. Right now we're doing rejuvenate, and we're really wanting to focus on lymphatic drainage. So we're following those drainage channels.
Yeah.
Over. Nice.
That feels nice.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down to his eye. And you can see you have your thumbs and your fingers, and you're just going to place those like this on your eye.
Okay.
That's it. And first of all, we're just going to hold it there you can hold it there for a full minute. And we're just energizing between those 4 points. So he's got his 2 thumbs, and then he's got 2 of the fingers, and we're energizing between those 4 places around the orbital area of his eyes. Once you've done that for a few minutes, now you can begin to drain. So gently pulling out towards your temples. Do you have enough conductive gel on top of your eye?
Not quite.
No, I can see that. We're needing a little more conductivity there. So let's do that hold again.
Okay.
With your conductivity, I'm going to check. And now we can see his bar is solid, so he's got good conductivity. And now let's go ahead and do that gentle pull 5 times out to the temple and then back and out. That's it. Just a couple more. You're doing so good. You're a natural. Now let's come right under the eyes and turn your thumbs so they're thumbs up, right underneath this eye area, and just gently moving around and out to the temple. We're going to do that 5 times. Michel tends to get a little puffiness under his eyes with allergies and things, so this is going to be really good drainage for him. It's going to reoxygenate the area, get good blood flow, get good cellular movement, ATP in this area. All going to be very helpful for him. Excellent. Now let's take what we've drained from the forehead and the eyes, and we're going to start up high on the forehead with just our thumbs, and let's just drain down the side to the jawline. And let's just do that 5 times. His conductivity is blinking, so we're going to go ahead and spritz more water on. There you go. And now we know you have good conductivity, and we're just clearing down that channel along the side of the face and getting ready to release where the cheekbones are and getting down to the jawline. Great. Now we're going to use our fingers. So the fingers on the unit can come right in contact with the face to the side here and just pull everything out, and then come back again, pull everything out, and you can use a little more pressure.
Okay.
We've got good conductivity, checking his bar.
I can feel it when we have good conductivity.
Yeah.
A little bit of a tingle.
Yeah, good. Beautiful. Now using more of just the fingers, we're going to come down and just a little more pressure from the mouth, and just think about applying along the mouth and this little area of the jaw here. So we're just clearing this area now. Yeah, right along the lips. Beautiful. Excellent. And now we're going to come down and do a little more work on that jaw area, because that's where we tend to see the most puffiness, and we start to see a little bit of a jowl growing or double chin, is because of all the stagnation around the jowls. So now we're going to take a thumb on top and a thumb on bottom, and let's just do this movement, pushing it out to the earlobe. We need a little better conductivity, so let's get some more spritz. You just need 4 hands. Okay.
Put it in my other hand.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. Gently pressing out to the earlobe and then back to the center again and pressing outward. Just really gently and slowly moving all those fluids outward. Now what we want to do for him, we've done that 5 times. Now we're going to bring our unit up and cradle it on the cheekbone. Right up here. Maybe even move up and then just hold it on the cheekbone. That's it, cradling it in right there. And that's a hold that you want to do. You want to do that hold for a minute or 2, several minutes, just coming up and holding that cheekbone up. We're really enlivening that area. Again, getting lots of good blood flow and oxygenation so that those skin cells and tissues are very healthy under there. And now let's take it and let's do the same hold on the jaw ridge, the jawline ridge. Exactly. And just hold there for a while. Now you can make these holds a bit longer if you're at home, but we're going to move right along here. And so now we're going to do just some more movements of draining again, draining that jawline out to the earlobe. And then we're going to turn the head and drain down the side of the neck. There we go. Back up to the top, drain it back. And drain it down. How does it feel?
Great.
Good. We have excellent conductivity. Excuse me. And now we're going to do our final movement on this side, and we're going to go all the way back to thumbs up. And once again, we're going to come right underneath the jawbone here, and we're going to sweep it back to the earlobes. And then we're going to drain it down. Are you blinking?
Yep.
Yep. Good. He's learning already. So easy.
If it stops tingling, it's like, oh.
Stops tingling.
Yeah, look,
it's not working.
Not blinking.
And down. Down that sternocleidomastoideus. How is it pronounced? Sternocleidomastoideus. That muscle. I do have a background in massage therapy, but it's been, what, 30 years or more since I've had kinesiology to remember the names
You've been having
of
too
all
much
those.
fun.
That's right. Remembering the name of every muscle. Okay, beautiful. Now let your hand come down and rest. And I want to just talk a little bit. Let's look a little bit at Michel's posture, because all of this will, I love the difference in his face already, you guys.
Is half my face
See how
sagging?
Michel's shoulders are a little bit forward and his chin is a little bit forward. When we're a bit forward like this, let me get out of the front of the camera so you can see. So when you're a bit forward like this and a little hunched here, you get stagnation in this whole area. When this area is stagnant, it's decreasing blood flow, lymphatic movement, oxygen movement to the entire face. And so we'll see more of the jowls dropping, you'll see more neck issues. So an important thing for Michel is to pull his chin back a little bit, shoulders up there. That little change in his posture opens this up, and then all this drainage that we did as well is opening all of this up so that he's going to have a healthier jawline. Now let's look at his face straight on here. And my goodness, you guys, look here. See how this looks more hollowed out? It's more lifted, where this is more puffy. So we have less of a nasolabial fold on this side than we do on this side. And this side of his jawline just looks more sleek, where it's a little more rounded over here. Let's look at his eyes. Yeah, so his eyes, what's interesting to me is that this eye looks more sunken. This eye looks a bit more awake, more lively. I love it. And so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and start treating the other side of his face. And while we're treating the other side of his face, I want to open up to questions. So you guys that are out there at home, start shooting your questions at myself or Michelle, whoever you have questions of. We're going to put conductive gel now on the other side of his neck, face, and forehead. And Ben can let me know if we have some questions.
So Joseph says that he's very interested in the TriWave.
Uh-huh.
However, he has a lot of our devices already. He has the Skinflower, the Dermadisc, the Wave, the TMP, the original Anma, and the Clairblend Mini, and the Kirk.
Okay.
Sounds like my bathroom.
So what benefits, or would there be any benefit that the TriWave would offer that the other devices?
Absolutely. Such a great question, Joseph. So what I recommend is you take that Clairblend Mini and you post it for sale on eBay, because a Clairblend Mini is an excellent beginning microcurrent device. But if you're ready to take the next step, have a little bit more fun, so we're going to start with the side of the ears. Yep, right here, and drain down. I'm going to do this with Michel so he knows what we're doing. So if you are sounding like Joseph, you are ready to take it to that next level. Taking it to the next level with microcurrent means that now with the TriWave, you're going to have 3 waveforms. With the Mini, you just have an oscillating waveform. You don't have a lot of control over it. So with the Myolift, you are going to be able to choose lymphatic drainage like we're doing today, or you can choose educate. So we want to be right here. There you go.
Can you spray the back of my neck? I'm not
You
getting
bet, no conductivity.
Yeah.
I love that you're not having conductivity, because we have people who reach out and say, when I'm doing my neck, I don't have good conductivity. So let's get it going. We just needed more gel and more spray. And so your other devices that you have, Joseph, this does not replace all those other devices. Ooh, good solid bar right there. So you guys who have trouble with your neck and conductivity, he needed way more gel and more spritz with the isocell recovery solution. The minerals in that are excellent. So Joseph, all of your tools are amazing. They all do different things. The only 2 devices that you have that would compete, or the only 1 device you have that would compete with the Myolift. Ooh, we need more time.
And
Turning up his
the
time.
next move?
Okay, next move is underneath the jawline with your thumbs. Yep. And then down. 5 times. So your Mini is the only thing competing. Everything else is still really good for you and doing different things. So I think, yeah, put the Mini up for sale on eBay, or give it to a friend who wants to just get started on using microcurrent.
Stephanie is asking, would this be an everyday treatment, and what is the average time of a treatment? Yeah,
this, when you're doing Rejuv, you can do it every day, but the reason we are only doing it once a week, forehead, here on the forehead, and you can, since your forehead is nice and long, you can just use your fingers, yep, 5 times over. So, Rejuv treatment, we're doing it once a week because I want to see you guys, for you guys who are like, I can't do this every day, my schedule's too busy. I want you to see that you can have amazing results using this device once per week. However, you can do a few minutes of Rejuv every single day. You can do a few minutes of educate every day. That's great. 5 times. Okay, now we're going to do the eyes, and you're going to hold the 4, the big 4. Yep, hold it right there for just a little while. Check your conductivity. You got it. So while you can do a little bit every day or every other day, I just want you all to know that you can do this once a week and you're going to have a great treatment. And so on days when I'm doing this more every day, I'm going to be a little quicker. I'm not going to spend as much time on it. I'm probably going to be doing it for maybe 10 minutes, 15 at the most, and then I'm done. We're taking our time and teaching you with Michel, so we have surpassed 15 minutes. We'll probably end up taking 25 minutes to do both sides of his face, but he is just learning, and that's totally understandable.
Okay.
Okay, now the next one is underneath the eyes with the thumbs. That's it, line them both up here, and just draining that outward. He's picking it up pretty quick. It's amazing. Okay, another question? Did I get, and Ben, you can tell me if I answered that properly.
Yeah,
great,
so.
good. Is that it for questions so far?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So if there's any more questions out there, shoot them at us. We're going to go ahead and continue working our way down. And now it's the cheeks. Pulling the cheeks over. Excellent. Now what you're going to come down is just bring your fingers down a little bit further and take it from the middle of your lips over. That's it. So for Michel, I'm choosing to start him with Rejuv because in my experience with my clients, the most important waveform that we have is Rejuv. That's what's really going after the total cellular health of your skin. Now you're going to drain the side of your face down. So starting it right here, like around the temple area, and draining down. You can drain down the side of your neck even. That'd be great. Draining down the sides. And then once I'm doing this, and you really, I mean, you're seeing so much already, just so much kind of firming and lifting, even without even doing educate yet, just because the tissue is healthier, more lively, there's more movement going on, there's less puffiness and stagnation. And so a lot of people who do, and now what you're going to do is this jawline. There you go. One on each side. That's it, 5 times. And so many people who do microcurrents, and have been doing it for years, and they do all these lifting kind of movements to firm the skin, but sometimes they're just not seeing the results. And in my opinion, that's because they're missing this Rejuv waveform, which is really going in and redensifying the skin. Now, let's do your holds. So come up and hold your cheekbone. There you go. So I believe, and what I'm seeing is that people who add in this Rejuv to their routine, they are seeing much better results, because firming the skin is more than just tightening muscles. A lot of times it's not so much tightening muscles, it's more about redensifying the skin. So the skin is plumper, collagen levels are thicker, fat pad levels are better, because everything is rejuvenating and acting younger underneath there. So if you think about a balloon, if it's sagging, we blow more air into it, right? And that's that plumping motion. So it's not necessarily exercise kind of lifting that we do to get that loss of sagging. It's oftentimes it's actually getting in and having all of the skin everywhere be more rejuvenated, plumper. Okay, now let's do the same hold on the jawline. There you go. Maybe push it back just a little bit more towards your ear. There you go.
We have some more questions.
Great, let's hear them.
So Claudia wants to know if it will help with skin texture.
It does help with skin texture, simply because when the skin is lackluster and kind of wasting, the pores and everything get droopy. People often ask me, what do you mean the pores are droopy? Well, the pores start to look more large, they stand out more, and honestly, if you look at them closer, they're just kind of droopy and blah. So when you're doing these treatments and you're re-energizing the skin, You're not going to have those droopy pores. Everything's just going to be healthier and standing up more at attention and being more lively. So in that way, it really is going to help with skin texture. If you have skin texture like crepiness, it's going to help with that because all the little molecules and cells are going to be plump and juicy, and you're not going to see the dehydration lines that can happen. So, okay, final movement is we're just going to go out by the jaw and then turn the head and drain it down to the collarbone. And really, these are your final treat. This is your final steps.
And Stephanie is wondering if there is a treatment guide included with the TriWave.
Absolutely. For people who don't want to watch a video to learn, there is step-by-step pictures showing you how to do all of these treatments. Now, the picture guide does not include the Anma LIFT. So we don't have picture diagrams of the lift, but the TriWave comes with its own probes, and it shows you how to use those probes to do everything that we're doing today, step by step.
And Sarah wants to know, what kind of compliments do you get, Michelle, from your coworkers?
From my coworkers, I kind of mostly work alone. But I do get lots of comments from people when they find out I'm 61. They can't believe it. They're like, wow, you don't look 61. I thought you were in your 40s. So I get that a lot, and that's kind of, I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what you can do now is I'm going to give you a spritz. Close your eyes. And I just want you to use your hands and kind of massage in all of the gel that's on your face, kind of like when you rub in your moisturizer. Just make it all disappear, work it all in. So yes, he gets comments all the time that people can't believe that he's 61 years old. He's very youthful. Looks great. Thanks for that question. Great question.
Claudia wants to know, did you feel it working when you were using it?
Yes. Yeah.
Able to zap?
Yeah. There's a little indicator on the device that tells you, it starts blinking when you're not conducting electricity, but you really don't need it, because if you're conducting, you can feel a tingly sensation. So every time I stopped feeling a tingling sensation, I'd glance down there, and sure enough, it was blinking, and oh, okay, I guess I need a little bit more spritz.
Yeah. So with microcurrent, it's okay to feel a little tingling. Our device, you can turn it up or down. So if he was feeling any twitching, I would have been turning it down for him. He was on level 1 and he could feel some tingling, but no twitching. So I felt like that was going to be fine for him. But also, you guys, some people don't feel the twitching, don't feel that vibration. Everybody's a little bit different. So your experience of what you feel might be different than what Michelle feels. But oh my goodness, I can't wait to take our after pictures and then compare them again. And everybody see. Do your serious face for us again. If you could do it without laughing.
Oh, now you're planting the seed.
I know, right? So we have more evenness from side to side. But remember that the other eye just looked so tired. Now it doesn't look so tired. It's not so sunken looking, which is nice. Cheeks are more even, jawline, and the better color, just better vitality in his skin, and that's super exciting. Now, a fun thing that we're going to start doing next week, maybe, we'll see how he feels about it, but we might start taking him into, we can do, next week we could do some more of this Rejuv and then add an erase, because he was really interested in those lines and doing some work on his forehead. So we could do some erase, and we can also start adding in some educate. Once I have a solid 2 rejuvenates under my belt with someone, then I'm ready to start adding in some of the other things. So we can start doing a little work on his forehead And we can start also doing some more work around firming his eyes and seeing even more lifting around his eye area. But thank you guys for joining us. This has been super fun. It went better than we expected.
Yeah.
Was it easier than you thought?
It was.
It was. Good.
Yeah.
Now, Michel had never held an Anma in his hand ever, not even the plain Anma.
Nope.
So this was completely new for him. I think now he's going to see my Anma in the shower. He's probably going to want to start playing with it. Now he knows how it's used. It's pretty cool. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah,
Okay.
Amy wants to know if this replaces the regular Anma and doesn't work the fascia.
Yes. Okay, so let me hop up here so I can get eye contact with you, right? So in my opinion, it does not replace the Anma. Let me grab an Anma. So the Anma, well, for one thing, your regular Anma, you can use on your scalp. You can get in here and work on the scalp. When you try to use this one on the scalp, your hairs get wrapped all around these and it's very uncomfortable. I also find that all types of massage are more comfortable using my regular Anma for doing that fascia release like you talk about. When we are doing release with the Myolift and this Anma, we are going to be using the erase mode. So when we're in the erase mode, that's when we're working on fascia and doing some releasing, and we'll do more of the similar movements that you do with your handheld. Both of these devices can do that lymphatic drainage. Both can do that release. What I see is when I use this one to do my lymphatic drainage with my Rejuv, the difference is so much more amazing. You see a better result when you've got it assisted with the microcurrent than when you're doing it with just the plain Anma. I still like to do both. Sometimes I'll just put my Orgate oil on my face in the morning and then I hop in the shower and I do these movements because it just feels so good. I'll do some lymphatic drainage with my handle, and then I get in there and use my fingers and do some releasing of the fascia, breaking that up in the morning. But hands down, where you're gonna see the side-by-side picture difference is when you're using your Anma that's connected to your microcurrent device.
Joseph wants to know, how would you use it on the back of your neck?
This particular device? Yeah, because you don't have long hair. It's easier for you. I love that. So same thing, you can use it on your Rejuv setting. You're going to come in here and you're just the same way you would use your regular Anma. You're just coming in here and doing these movements. You can do them on erase if you're wanting to release muscle tension. That's when you're going to use your erase mode on the Myolift. And then you can get in here and do all kinds of releasing on that mode. Lymphatic drainage, same thing, you're just going to move slower. You want to do some lymphatic drainage, we do have lymph nodes back here. Same thing, we're just draining it downward, and that movement is slower when we're thinking about just moving that liquid along, the lymphatic liquid, just pushing that down.
Paula wants to know about how long would you do a Rejuv treatment?
Rejuv treatment, you can do 15-20 minutes. Your timer on your TriWave is 15 minutes. 15 minutes is fine for doing Rejuv, and you can do it even less time if you just want to work on a particular area. You can do that. What you're more thinking about is doing 5 to 10 movements. So a quicker treatment, you're going to do 5 draining movements in each spot, working your way down. If you want to take a more relaxed, you want to take a little longer treatment, then you're going to go more into 10 movements, draining all of that out and down. All right, we covered all our questions. You guys, thank you so much for joining us on our Friday show today. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here next